Global tremors, a chain of eruptions that alarm the world's scientists. Steamboat Geyser erupts, violently after earthquake detected. Yellowstone National Park, October 2025, deep within the steamy wilderness of Wyoming. A deafening roar shattered the calm morning air as Steamboat Geyser, the tallest active geyser in the world, erupted with astonishing power. Columns of boiling water and dense white steam shot over 360 feet, 110 meters, into the sky. A rare sight even by Yellowstone's volatile standards. Moments before the eruption, a sudden earthquake, magnitude 3.6, was detected beneath the Norris Geyser Basin, where Steamboat resides. Seismologists at the U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, reported an intense cluster of micro-quakes leading up to the eruption, a pattern eerily similar to the geyser's violent bursts in previous years. Scientists are now re-examining whether tectonic vibrations deep underground may be triggering hydrothermal explosions near the surface. Dr. Emily Harland, a volcanologist with the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory, explained, "The earthquake likely disturbed the pressurized water chambers below the geyser. When seismic energy travels through superheated ground, it can cause a rapid release of pressure, and that's when Steamboat explodes." This eruption marks the fourth violent event of the year, and satellite imagery shows minor uplift of the ground in parts of the Norris Basin. That's a sign that heat and pressure are accumulating below. A reminder that Yellowstone remains an active and restless system, despite being classified as non-eruptive in the short term. Researchers note that this latest outburst occurred within days of several significant volcanic and seismic events worldwide, suggesting that global geological systems may be responding to shared tectonic stress patterns. Taal volcano in the Philippines explodes terribly. Shockwaves felt across Batangas province. Across the Pacific Ocean, on October 26, 2025, the tranquil waters of Taal Lake in the Philippines turned violent as the Taal volcano, one of the world's most dangerous island volcanoes, exploded. Suddenly, after days of tremors and steam bursts, a thunderous boom echoed across southern Luzon. Within minutes, a towering plume of ash and volcanic gas rose nearly 8 kilometers, 26,000 feet, into the sky. Lightning flashed through the ash cloud as fiery fragments rained down over the nearby towns of Agoncillo, Laurel, and Talisay, coating homes, trees, and vehicles in thick layers of gray ash. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PHIVOLCS, raised the alert level to 3, warning of possible phreatomagmatic explosions, where magma interacts violently with water. Residents living near the crater island were immediately evacuated as tremors intensified, and sulfur dioxide emissions skyrocketed to alarming levels. Dr. Renato Solidum, the agency's director, noted that this was the strongest eruption of Taal since the 2020 event. The explosion was short, but incredibly powerful, The water inside the crater lake instantly turned to steam upon contact with magma, creating a blast wave strong enough to eject volcanic rocks hundreds of meters away. The event also caused minor atmospheric disturbances, with the ash plume briefly disrupting air traffic and prompting local officials to cancel flights from Manila's main airport. For volcanologists, the tall eruption was more than a local disaster. It was part of a broader, possibly global pattern of volcanic unrest occurring within a narrow time frame. Campi Flegrei in Italy, a sleeping giant, under strain. Thousands of miles away, beneath the scenic landscape of Naples, Italy, another giant stirs. The Campi Flegrei caldera, one of the most dangerous volcanoes in Europe, is showing signs that it may be nearing a critical threshold. Over the past few months, scientists from Italy's INGV, National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, have detected hundreds of small earthquakes each week, centered around the coastal town of Pozzuoli. The ground there has risen more than 1.2 meters since the 1950s, and in recent months the uplift rate has accelerated. Dr. Giovanni Ricci, a geophysicist with INGV, warned, "The caldera floor is swelling due to the movement of fluids and gases underground. If the pressure continues to build, it could lead to a breach in the rock layer, and potentially an eruption." Using AI-assisted seismic mapping, researchers have discovered a ring-shaped fault system beneath Campi Flegrei, a structure that may channel magma and gases toward the surface. While there is no direct evidence of imminent eruption, these findings reveal that the volcano's crust is becoming increasingly fragile. The consequences of a major eruption here would be catastrophic. More than 3 million people live in the greater Naples metropolitan area, sitting directly atop or beside this massive supervolcano. Emergency agencies are already updating evacuation plans and public awareness campaigns. A planet under pressure, when the world's most active hydrothermal geyser, a restless island volcano, and a European supervolcano all show signs of instability within the same month,